I'm gonna finish up here with this video for you guys, but I want to just leave off with a couple finishing thoughts here, and just maybe some tips that I've kind of accumulated from going to scientific conferences over the years that maybe that you can pick up. Hopefully, especially if you find yourself at a scientific conference someday. And I honestly hope that you do. And the very utmost thing that I would suggest to you is take full advantage of the conference while you were there. You're literally around thousands of other working scientists presenting their most cutting edge, most exciting research that they can possibly muster up, and they're trying to get it out there oftentimes before they publish it to everyone else around them, and trying to get other scientists excited about what they're doing. And so I'd say, just really encourage you to take full advantage of that if you ever end up at a scientific conference. Now that means a couple different things. First off, I've known people that go to scientific conferences, present their own particular poster or their talk, and then they ditch the rest of the time. They go off and check out the city because, let's face it, most conference organizers want to put these things in attractive cities. And it's good to check out those cities, but I'd really encourage you, if you want to do that, go ahead, take a couple days before the conference, a few days after the conference, something like that. But really, while you're at the conference, try to get as much as you possibly can out of it. And there's a couple things that means. Honestly, a lot of these conferences, especially the larger ones, will have a lot of different kinds of workshops. They're going to help you out with different parts of your scientific career, give you pointers, let you be able to talk to people that have been there, done that, essentially, and those are really great. Also, they have tons of different social events where people really just meant to bring people together and get them talking. And often a lot of these are specifically geared to students. So if you find one and for students or something like that, try to make it. Now, I'd encourage you to especially go to these even if you're not like a social kind of person, not the kind of person that necessarily go up and approach other people and ask them about their research. This is a place for them to approach you as well, especially if you gave a talk, presented a poster, something else like that. Oftentimes people aren't going to have the time in the poster session or right after your talk to approach you right then and ask you questions about that. And so these different social events give those people the opportunity to catch up with you finally and ask you questions and just informally start chatting. The other thing too that comes out of this is there's a lot of collaborations that begin to form. I know personally for myself, early on in my scientific career, coming to conferences really opened up a lot of doors for me and a lot of new opportunities, just talking to other people working in the field. So I'd encourage you to take advantage of that and take advantage of kind of those social opportunities as well. And then one final thing in terms of taking full advantage of the conference, go to talks that are outside your main area of research. Start looking at the whole schedule, the whole docket of all the different talks, and find some things that interest you outside your own research. Really, research and science is becoming far, far more collaborative and interdisciplinary than it ever has been in the past. And one of the great ways to kind of force yourself to start thinking about your own research, your own ideas, and your own scientific career from another standpoint is to go to some of these talks that are not essentially right in the middle of what you were doing, right in the middle of your own research. And that's one of the reasons I like big conferences that take place with a lot of different scientific societies, is that there's people working on here or presenting here that are geologists, people that are physical oceanographers, people here that work in mountain lakes, and people that work anywhere from molecular biology and phylogenetics to ecology to physiology. There's just a ton of different people working in a bunch of different fields, and it's great to be able to sit down with these kind of people and get ideas of what they're doing and seeing how that can apply to your own research. So let me see, is there anything else I wanted to talk to you guys about? Oh yes, there is one more thing, and it might seem a little bit contradictory to what I was talking about before, but it really isn't. It's okay sometimes also to take a session or two off, an afternoon off at these conferences as well. And they're long. They go on for a very quite a long time. This one's a week, and you could possibly go in any given day to somewhere on the order of 20 talks in a single day, and that's a lot of information to be thrown at you, and it gets physically and mentally exhausting sometimes. So somewhere halfway through the week, it's not necessarily a bad idea to go ahead and go do something else for a while. And so don't be afraid to do that either. So with that, I'm going to kind of leave you with that. I hope I've given you a good, somewhat rough at least idea of what happens at scientific conferences, so that if you ever find yourself in the opportunity that you can attend one of these and present some of your own research, or maybe you're not presenting, you're just taking in what other people are doing, that you have a good idea of what's happening there, and it's not such a mystery to you as it might have been otherwise. So that's really all I have there. Just a reminder that today, Thursday, your second proposals of your, or second drafts of your proposals are due. So go ahead and get those in. I have a Dropbox on D2L, so get those in. And also, if either today's video or yesterday's video on CVs raise any questions with you that you can't get answered, please bring those to me, email those to me, whatever. I'll try to give some time when I get back to ask those in class. So with that, I think I have to get off to the next talk I'm going to. So have a great day, and I'll see you all soon.